For quite some time now, fans have pondered whether or not Paramore was going to continue as a band after they have taken a break from the road and recording music, and Hayley Williams has basically made some very interesting comments in recent interviews, and we now have some essential fuel to that fire with a new announcement from Hayley Williams where she talks about her upcoming plans. First, I want to direct you to an interview from earlier this year where she talked about the ongoing status of Paramore. She said, "We're all friends and we make music in parts together, so I feel like, yes, I want to be in Paramore. I never want to put out a press release that says we're over or that I quit or we're taking a hiatus," which is essentially a marketing ploy these days. I would rather it just be. It just is a part of each of our DNA. If we choose to move forward into it as a band or put a band name on these songs and make a new t-shirt, then awesome. But I've been in a band with them since I was 12. I don't think the band is going anywhere. As long as we're friends, the band is. It's just in us. And so her statement there pretty much spells it out. Paramore, whether they make music together or not, they're still a band, but it certainly doesn't sound like they're going to be releasing music in the next few years, at least. And it's not all bad news. As a matter of fact, we just got some very, very good news from Hayley Williams herself. She has just announced that she's going to be releasing solo material of her own as early as next month. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Hayley Williams has actually had quite the breakout solo success with two major pop hits, starting first with B.O.B.'s Airplanes, how could we forget that, and also with Zed and Stay the Night. Both were amazing tracks. She really picked her spots with releasing these songs, and both of them were absolute masterpieces, and the art speaks for itself. Those songs are great to this day. So Hayley, for her part, is giving us information on what is going down via the classic Apple Notes app, where you're originally thinking she did something bad, but no, this is a good Apple Note where she says, "Thanks so much for the birthday wishes. 30 was a very important year. 31 will be too. I'm putting out some music next year with the help of some of my closest friends. I made something I'm going to call my own. It's a really special project, and you'll get a taste of it in January. Happy New Year, friends. Hayley Williams." It really does seem at this point that Hayley is just sort of over Paramore for now. Again, she's been doing it since she was a teenager. She's now 31, and she's just ready to move on and try something different. And I think that's okay. I don't think that they are by any means saying Paramore will never come back. It's just sort of in the freezer right now, staying fresh. In an interview with The Guardian back in 2017, she actually said, "I've wanted to quit this band so many times." And she actually spoke to one of her bandmates about starting a spin-off group. She said, "2 years ago, I asked Taylor if we could start a new band. I was so sick of this crap. I said, we should just try something new, give it a new name. I've wanted to quit this band so many times, going through all the conflict and drama over the years. I was just like, man, I feel like we can keep going, but this is not worth it if we just don't want to be here." Interestingly enough, in an interview 5 years ago with radio.com, Hayley Williams actually swore off going solo and said she would never do it. Here's a little bit of that.
Again, I know where my heart is, and it's literally from day one, it's this band, and I can't imagine doing anything else. I can't imagine wanting to do anything else.
So if you're sad that Paramore isn't really putting out new music, you should still be elated that Hayley Williams is going to release this new solo record or material that she's dropping. I'm assuming it's a solo album, and given the amount of time that she's had to work on it, I imagine it's going to be quite good. She's friends with heavy hitters like Taylor Swift. She's got connections with Zed, who's also a great writer, and you can imagine that this is probably going to be one of the best records, at least from a pop perspective, of 2020. I'm glad she's doing this. I'm excited that she's doing this. And if we're not getting new Paramore material, and quite frankly, I think that right now it is a good time to put that on hiatus. It's good to see what Hayley has to offer the world as a solo artist. Let me know in the comments what you think this solo record is going to sound like, and be sure to subscribe to Rockfeed with notifications on if you're new here so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.